On a bright spring morning, Alara found her grandmother, Mina, sitting at the kitchen table. Mina was carefully cutting long strips of silky purple ribbon. "Why the purple, Grandma?" Alara asked, picking up a scrap. Mina smiled and tied a small bow around Alara's wrist. "Today is a very special day," she said. "It is International Women's Day, a day to remember how far we have come and how much work is still left to do." Alara looked at the ribbon. "Has it always been a special day?" she asked. Mina shook her head and pulled a large, dusty globe toward them. "A long time ago," Mina explained, "the world was a different place for women. They worked very hard in noisy factories for many hours, but they weren't paid fairly, and they weren't allowed to vote for the people who made the laws." Mina told her about a cold winter in a big city long ago. Two brave workers, Sloane and Avery, decided they had seen enough. They led thousands of others into the streets. They marched past tall buildings and through the biting wind, shouting for better pay and the right to be heard. It was the first time so many voices joined together as one. "What did they want?" Alara asked. "They wanted bread and roses," Mina answered. Sloane wanted bread, which meant enough money to eat and live. Avery wanted roses, which meant a life that was beautiful, with time for school and rest. They stood tall even when it started to snow, refusing to give up until the world started to listen. Alara turned the globe. How did it become a day for the whole world? Mina opened a book to a page with an old photograph. In another country across the ocean, a woman named Veda had a big idea. She believed that every woman in every country should celebrate on the same day. She knew that if they all stood together, their power would be impossible to ignore. Veda met with her friend Luz at a great meeting where people from many lands had gathered. "We should make a day of our own," Veda told the crowd. Luz stood by her side, clapping her hands and encouraging everyone to agree. They decided that every year they would celebrate their work and their dreams together. Years passed, and the movement grew. In a distant, snowy land, two more women named Inna and Galina helped solidify the date. During a very difficult time, they led a great strike for peace and bread. It started on March 8th, and because of their courage, that date became the one we use today to celebrate women everywhere. "So that's why we wore purple?" Alara asked, touching her ribbon. "Yes," Mina said. "Purple stands for justice and dignity. Today, we celebrate the scientists, the artists, the teachers, and the girls just like you who will change the world tomorrow." They picked up their markers and began to draw a large poster with a giant purple number 8. Mina told Alara how the day is celebrated in other places. In some countries, children like Kenji and Suki give yellow mimosa flowers to their mothers and teachers. In others, there are big parades and concerts. Kenji and Suki were at that very moment picking flowers to show their appreciation for the women in their lives. As the sun began to set, Alara and Mina sat on their porch. "I want to be a writer and tell stories that make people brave," Alara said. Mina hugged her tight. "Then you are already part of the story, Alara." Under the purple twilight sky, they looked out at the world, knowing that every March 8th, the world would turn purple in honor of every woman's dream.